You're watching the Lakers Report by Chat Sports. I'm Chase Sr. Here's what we have cooking up on today's show. Anthony Davis, is he going to return on Friday? LeBron James sitting out another game against the Utah Jazz. According to ESPN's Brian Windhorst, expect Anthony Davis trades to happen this upcoming summer. First, make sure you subscribe. Surpassed 42,000 subs. Now we're on the road to 43K. Hit that red subscribe button down below or go to youtube.com/LakersTV. Start off today's show with Anthony Davis, him coming off that foot injury that was really gruesome, suffered back a couple weeks ago. Expected to return at some point this week, potentially later on this week. According to Chris Haynes of Yahoo Sports, AD targeting a return on Friday against the New Orleans Pelicans. If not on Friday, maybe on Sunday against the Denver Nuggets. But what is the return of Anthony Davis going to do for this abysmal basketball team, which is a bottom 5 team in the NBA, in my opinion, up to this point this year? Is Anthony Davis really going to change the course of the Lakers season? I'm not sure he's really going to be able to change the complexion of what has been a disastrous, what has been an awful season for the Los Angeles Lakers. This is a proud franchise, one of the most iconic brands in all of sports, and this year they've been difficult to watch. They've been awful in terms of playing basketball. There is no sense of confidence, no sense of continuity, no camaraderie with this team at all. So is Anthony Davis really going to move the needle with about a week left in the regular season? Right now, the Lakers on the outside looking in of that NBA play-in tournament. Can he get them in that NBA play-in tournament? We shall see. Will the Lakers make the play-in games? I cannot believe that we are talking about this. This Lakers roster has been flawed all throughout the year, yes. But the fact that we're talking about them possibly missing out on the play-in tournament is crazy to me. This will be the pinned comment. Are they in? Are they out? Type Y for yes, type N for no. If you get hit with that YouTube ad break, just scroll on down and get your votes in. During that awful performance against the Dallas Mavericks in Dallas on Tuesday night, LeBron James did not play in that game, nor did Anthony Davis, but is LeBron going to miss yet another game against the Utah Jazz? That first half for Los Angeles against the Mavericks goes down as the worst defensive half in the history of this franchise since the team moved to Los Angeles. Think about how epic the proportions come in here. That half was that bad, giving up 80-plus points that it had never been seen before. No Lakers defense had ever squandered that many points in a single half until Tuesday. I understand you're without AD and you're without LeBron James, but that right there, folks, was inexcusable. That right there was disgraceful. Today's show presented to you by our sportsbook partner, BetUS. Head to chatsports.com/Lakers. Promo code Lakers125 for an awesome 125% deposit bonus. Let's say you put in $100 with that link in that promo code, you get $125 back. NCAA tournament in full swing right now with only a couple of games left to play. Final Four coming your way from New Orleans this weekend. Duke, Kansas, Villanova, North Carolina, your Final Four teams. Duke, UNC meeting in the tournament for the first time ever. That's right. This historic rivalry. They've never met in the NCAA tournament before. And then another really good rivalry game, Kansas Jayhawks against Villanova. Get those bets in. Be bold about it. Chatsports.com/Lakers. Promo code Lakers125. You take a look at the Lakers' next 5 games. They have some work to do to get back into that NBA play-in tournament because the San Antonio Spurs have surpassed them in the Western Conference standings. 31st, they round out March against the Utah Jazz. They begin April with another game against the New Orleans Pelicans, a team that's had the Lakers number this year. April 3rd against the Denver Nuggets, the 5th against the Phoenix Suns, and the 7th against the Golden State Warriors. I mean, look, I know that we want to see more Lakers basketball, or at least some of you want to see more Lakers basketball, but this season has been so brutal that it almost feels as though it's just time for this season to end so that we can just put this 2021-2022 season in the rear view and we never have to think about it any longer. But let me ask you this. Should the Lakers shut down LeBron and AD considering where they are, how they've playing, and how this entire season has gone? Type S for shutdown, type P for play them. More rough news for Los Angeles. Kendrick Nunn likely to sit out the rest of the regular season to rehabilitate his knee $5.2 million player option for the 2022-2023 season. We'll see if he exercises that. We'll see if the Lakers even want him back. I mean, my goodness, they expected a lot of things from Kendrick Nunn. He literally hasn't given them anything at all. So unfortunate for him that he really wasn't able to play it all for Los Angeles, and unfortunate for the Lakers. They couldn't at least see what he was able to do. Another reminder to subscribe to the channel. We'll have coverage through the good times and the bad times, because here at Chat Sports and on the Lakers Report, we are built different. Multiple videos per week, and really during the offseason, that's when our coverage is going to be exceptional for this squad, because of the regular season, it's been a joke. So make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below. Therefore, you can stay informed and in the know with all of the happenings in NBA free agency and in the NBA draft. Earlier this week, we said whoever subscribes to the channel, we're going to give you a shout out. Shout out to these loyal subs: Thomas Kraft, TJ Javier, Clayton Lockhart, Eric Castillo, and Marquise Robertson. Appreciate all of you for subscribing to the channel and supporting everything that we do. It's going to be a huge offseason for the Los Angeles Lakers. Are they going to gut this roster? Are they going to trade away an Anthony Davis or a LeBron James? Are they going to completely rebuild this team? That's what we're focusing in on today's video. And the fact that Anthony Davis trade talks could go down this offseason. This rumor coming from ESPN's Brian Windhorst, I think it'll be something that's discussed. I think it would be a mistake, because you're still talking about a guy when he's healthy, he's a top 15 player. You're not going to be replacing it. But the problem with Anthony Davis, his lack of availability for this franchise and for this basketball team. Now, stats with the Lakers, pretty damn good, because this guy's an exceptional talent and one of the best players in the NBA. When he's on the floor, 24 points per game, 9 rebounds per, one of the best defenders that we've seen in recent modern NBA history, and he knocks down around 51% of his field goals. The problem, though, we go back to the injuries and the fact that this guy is so injury-prone. 2019-2020, the Lakers lucked out. They got a healthy season from Anthony Davis. They went into the NBA bubble after an extended break. That allowed LeBron James and Anthony Davis to recharge and look really, really fresh during that bubble playoff run, and it resulted in the Lakers winning their 17th NBA championship. The problem with Anthony Davis, he's brittle, he gets injured all the time, he's missed a lot of games for Los Angeles and throughout his entire NBA career, and the injury problems have reared its ugly head the last 2 years. And in turn, the Lakers have been on a downward trajectory the last 2 seasons. AD missing 36 out of 72 games last year, and that count continues to increase this year as he's been missing a lot of time with those respective injuries, missing 38 out of 75 games up to this point. Look, you have to do something if you're Los Angeles in terms of rebuilding this roster, retinkering it, especially if you plan on holding on to LeBron James. He's 37 years old. He's playing like an MVP candidate. It's ridiculous how well he's playing and how he continues to defy father time. But he doesn't have a lot of these years left. So maximize those years, and while he's at the peak of his power, surround him with a better basketball team. Now, I know a lot of you are watching right now saying LeBron is at fault for this roster being where it's at because he had a say in building this basketball team. That's fine. Strip him of the duties in the front office, let the front office actually do their work and put together a team that actually makes sense, that's not one of the oldest teams in the history of the NBA. Should the Lakers trade Anthony Davis this offseason? I'd lean no, but I'd think about it certainly, especially if you can get multiple star pieces back for the lone star in Anthony Davis. T for trade, K for keep, get those votes in, and thanks for rocking out with us.